Aloha everyone, my name is Pia Arboleda from the Filipino program. And today I would like to introduce the module on traditional life ways of our ancestors and how these reflect their worldview. I thought it best to start with a common and familiar folk song called Bahay Kubo or My Little Hut. So please follow along if you know the song.
Bahay kubo, kahit hindi ang halaman doon ay sari-sari, singkamas at talon, sigarilyas at mani, sitaw, bataw, patayin. Pundol, patola, puso na labasa, at saka meron pa. Labanos, mustasa, sibuyas, kamatis, bawang at luya. Sa paligid-lingid ay puno ng lingaw.
The last line of the song says, Sa paligid-ligid ay puno ng linga. There are sesame seeds all around. Why do you think they scatter sesame seeds around the house? Our elders believe, and according to our traditional beliefs, the sesame seeds actually ward off evil. What other beliefs and practices do you know about warding off evil in your culture? In the Philippines, one way to ward off evil is to put luya or ginger in the windows so that the evil spirits cannot enter your home. um, the the Bahay Kubo, that Bahay Kubo song that I just played for you has been reinterpreted by Stephen Acabado. He says, for a time, our image of the typical Bahay Kubo is an abode seen as an isolated place, pure, singular, free, and therefore Filipino. This is a romanticized version of our identity, um, and it is seriously flawed, meaning he sees there is something wrong with this idea. They created a picture book so that we can actually trace the where the ingredients in the Bahay Kubo song and how they came to our shores. This is a typical image of a Bahay Kubo in a painting by Oscar Navarro. But in traditional places, this is what a bahay kubo would probably look like. And this was taken in Barlig Mountain Province, but the bahay kubo no longer exists in these areas. They have been replaced by traditional thatched roofed houses, and this is how they would look like in 2001. And of course, much of it has probably changed um, in 20 in 2024. But what's good about the song, Stephen Acabado says that we can actually they did homogen no scene This is the widespread expansion of plants and animals brought by maritime exchanges that started when Christopher Columbus accidentally ended in the island of Hispaniola in present-day Dominican Republic. So, um, in Christopher Columbus's travels, they were able to trace how animals and plants came to different shores. Um, Stephen Acabado says the upo or the waxed gourd, the bawang or garlic, luya or ginger, and the banos, radish, appear to be the only potential local species. So when the Philippine Islands, it wasn't called Philippines back then, these were the um, ingredients that were available to our ancestors. The Philippine Garden is a product of global connections that started more than 2,000 years ago. Transoceanic exchanges and mobility have been documented archaeologically and ethnographically. So the Sincamas or Jicama came to us from Mesoamerica. From India came the eggplant, the hyacinth bean, sponge gourd through cultivation, and sesame seeds through cultivation. From Africa or New Guinea came sigarilyas or the winged bean. Again, from Africa came the patola or sponge gourd, and sub-Saharan Africa um, brought and the linga or sesame seeds came from sub-Saharan Africa. The lima bean came from Peru. Um, from South America came peanuts, string beans, tomato, and garlic. And from Central America came string beans, winter squash, and also garlic. And from Asia came onions. Mustard came from Southwest Asia, and the winter melon or kundol came from South Asia. So given these ingredients, maybe we can imagine what sorts of food can be put together um, by using these ingredients. In this module, we will discuss the different cooking methods that our ancestors have used, the philosophy behind the kinilaw, the story about rice and its significance in our culture, and also the why sinigang um, shows the ingenuity of the Filipinos.